Once upon a time, there was an ambitious young man named Fred who began a courier company. Over many years, he grew that company until it delivered more than 1 million packages a day. At the very centre of his operation is a thing called the primary matrix, 100 conveyor belts all running perpendicular to one another. It's literally the nervous system of the whole operation. Legend has it that one day, many years ago, the primary matrix ground to a halt. The technician on the line couldn't get it to work. The supervisor couldn't get it to work. Pretty soon the executives started coming out of their offices, and finally Fred himself. This was an absolute disaster. They were burning cash and reputation every minute it was down. Finally, they decided to get the engineer who built it. Sometime later he arrives and Fred greets him at the door personally. "Thank God you're here. This is an absolute disaster. You've got to help us." The engineer's a pretty cool customer. He surveys the scene for a couple of minutes, then proceeds to walk right into the centre of the primary matrix and turns 1, 2, 3 screws just 2%. The whole thing starts working again. Fred says, "You're a genius. I'm going to name my next born after you. What do I owe you?" "Cool as you like," the engineer says, $10,000. $10,000? But you were here for 4 minutes, says Fred. "No, it's definitely $10,000. Now Fred's a smart guy. He says, "Can I have an itemised receipt?" "Sure," says the engineer, "hand me that napkin." He scribbles on the napkin and hands it to Fred. Legend has it that Fred goes into his office, opens up the safe, pulls out $10,000 and hands it to the engineer. What did it say? Turn the screws, $1. Knowing which screws to turn, $9,999. You see, the difference between success and failure, between first and last, between ordinary and extraordinary, is much closer than you think. It's often just 2%. The catch is you need to know which screws to turn. And Nixa has been designed to help you make lots and lots of small 2% changes so that you can build an unstoppable momentum toward your aspirations.